Eleanor Roosevelt talked about women being like tea bags. You don't know their strength until you put them in hot water. For 75 years, Methodist women belonging to the World Federation of Methodist and Uniting Church Women have shown their strength in the service of marginalised and disadvantaged men and girls worldwide, while supporting each other on their faith journeys. Since 2011, the Federation has used its quinquennial theme, Bambalela, Never Give Up, Christ is Our Hope, in all of its 9 geographical areas to work on the 8 United Nations Millennium Development Goals. At its 12th World Assembly in Johannesburg, a plan of action for implementing the Millennium Development Goals was developed. At the first executive meeting held in Basel, Switzerland in 2012, each area chose 3 or 4 goals relevant to their area. At the area seminars which followed in the next 3 years, participants both learnt more about those goals as well as reported on the progress their women's groups had already achieved. In November 2012, the North America Area Seminar was held in Chicago. Women from 4 mainland denominations, together with the Methodist Church in the Caribbean and the Americas, held workshops on HIV, AIDS, and other preventable diseases, on care of the elderly, maternal health, and child mortality. In Bangalore, India, women from the Church of North India, the Church of South India, the Methodist Church in India, the Methodist Church, Sri Lanka, and for the first time, the Methodist churches in Upper and Lower Myanmar made up the South Asia Seminar. With women's empowerment one of the main goals for this area, it was amazing to see women wearing black saris as they supported the Thursdays in Black program. Other study issues were care for the environment through reuse, recycle, reduce programs, and care for the disabled, the unwanted, and the enslaved. In Banjul, the Gambia, women from 11 West African countries held their seminar under the theme of food security and women's role in agriculture. Supported by the Muslim president of the country and diplomatic personnel, the country's agriculture ministry and health staff provided top quality workshops and lectures. The Latin America Area Seminar held in Santiago, Chile, included a celebration of the achievements of 100 years of the Confederation of Methodist Women. 2014 began with the East Asia Area Seminar in Singapore. A highlight was a presentation by 20 young women on what they could offer the Federation and what the Federation could do for them. Each of the 9 countries reported on their work on the Millennium Development Goals, and an update from the United Nations was given. The celebrations began there for the 75 years since the Charter was signed establishing the Federation, realising the dream of Helen Kim, first woman university graduate in Korea, to have a sisterhood of Methodist women. The 2 European areas, Continental and Britain Island, combined for a joint seminar in Rome. Main topics were sex trafficking and the Italian Church's response to the refugee crisis. Workshops and prayer stations were based on the Millennium Development Goals. The Helen Kim Memorial Scholars played a prominent role in leadership. This Helen Kim Memorial Scholarship Program honours our founder by selecting 2 young women from each of the 9 areas to participate in a leadership program prior to the Assembly and then to attend the Assembly. These young women are encouraged to participate in the Federation for that quinquennium and to involve themselves in women's issues in their area. The leaders of the program at this Assembly are 2 former scholars, Rowena Quinquennium from Australia and Mataiva Robertson from New Zealand. At the South Pacific Area Seminar in Brisbane, Australia, 3 former Helen Kim Memorial Scholars shared about their work and faith since being scholars. There was much sharing of dance and music at this seminar between reports of groups' work to alleviate women's suffering, especially after many disasters devastated Pacific nations. The Southern and East Africa seminar was held in Cape Town. 250 women danced and prayed between studies and workshops. A highlight was the street march to the police station to present a petition relating to violence towards women. Before each of these area seminars, the World officers met for 2 days in a Weaving Together program with the unit or country presidents. This was a time to hear how the units were working together, to learn of the full range of Federation projects, and to get to know each other. Through the generosity of the United Methodist Women in America, the Federation is able to send 2 young women each year to short courses at the World Council of Churches Bosse Ecumenical Institute in Geneva. Communication throughout the Federation has expanded enormously with the development of our website and associated Facebook and Twitter pages. All have been used to circulate and promote the Assembly. The quarterly Tree of Life newsletter, edited by Dorothy Kumar of India, is now distributed through our website and Facebook. Annual Study Day material is prepared by a different area each year. It is used by groups for worship and learning in October near our anniversary date, October 26. During this quinquennium, Study Day themes have been the Millennium Development Goals and the 75th Anniversary Story. The material is downloaded from the website. Federation has a role in the Economic and Social Council of the United Nations as a non-governmental organisation. Brenda Smith represents the Federation in UN events relevant to women and girls. At the annual Commission on the Status of Women each March, Federation plays a significant role in worship events, and on one occasion an excellent presentation was given by West Africa Area President Matilda Johnson on food security. Chloe Jones is the Federation's youth representative, and Yvonne Pereira Diaz from Chile, our Latin America representative on CEPAL, Economic Commission for Latin America and the Caribbean. It's through these positions with the United Nations that the Federation has a significant impact in the lives of its women members. There has been a downside to the Federation's work during the past quinquennium, and that was finance. Some 9 months into the quinquennium, it was discovered that the former World Treasurer had illegally transferred $100,000, which was lost in the 2009 financial collapse of the British American Insurance Company. Other monies have also gone missing. As no financial papers were handed over and no audited accounts presented, it has been a difficult process tracing funds. We now know a further $100,000 was withdrawn, but we do not know where it is. The subsequent shortage of money has put limits on our United Nations work, on the World Office's travel, long flights on cheap airlines, long waits in airports, no en route hotels, and the necessity of holding our assembly here with the conference. Nevertheless, the role of the Federation, to know Christ and to make him known, is as strong as ever. And the record number of women at this assembly preparing for the next quinquennium under the theme Chosen People, Call to Proclaim, is evidence of the continuing strength of the Federation.